Hey everybody, it's Mike, and this will be part 20 of the Chrono Trigger walkthrough. Trying to figure right where we left off. Let's think. Ah, yes. Okay, so we already did the met up with Magus, and I recruited him. You can obviously choose to fight him, but you won't be able to get him in your party then. So. I did not go that route. But anyways, hop in the Epoch or the Wings of Time, and this is the first scene you're gonna see, and this is just the Ocean Palace basically rising. So maybe not the most appropriate name anymore. I guess maybe that's why they call it the Black Omen. Yeah, it's I don't know, it seems that scene seems very strange because it looks like it's moving and it never moves. It just stays in the same spot, so kind of strange, but oh well, whatever. details, right? Would have been, I think that's a lot better than having to chase it around all the time. That would have been kind of lame. So this video is, the whole thing is generally just picking up treasures. There isn't a whole lot of actual storyline or plot continuation. I believe there may be some. Actually, yeah, there definitely is some, now that I think about it. Being that I go to the future right off the bat, I assume that is why, the only reason why I'd be going there is for the Chrono Trigger. So, Chrono Trigger is an item that you need to get Chrono back. Which, I'm sure everybody, you know, is going to want to get him back. Chrono back, that is. I know I did. He's, you know, the first time I played, I mean, just the fact that he's by far the most powerful physical fighter, and he's got double, triple techs with everybody. And so, you know, he's really the center of your party. But like I said, you know, there actually, I believe, are a couple endings where you don't have to, you know, you can actually beat the game without Chrono back and you'll get different endings, but again, you know, I don't know if I haven't decided if I am going to do a video with all of the different endings or not. I don't know that I'll do that. Who knows? You never know, I guess. But obviously I am gonna get Chrono back. I think that's what, you know, the vast majority of people that will play or have played this game will do. So, Gasper says that the Chrono Trigger is pure potential, and it's, you know, the amount of effort that you put into your search is basically you kind of get what you give. So he says if you put effort into your search, then, you know, you'll kind of be rewarded more or less. And I don't remember if you can go and snag the clone right from Chrono's house, or if you actually have to go to the future first. But I think I just went to the future right away, just because I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to, you know, make extra trips. I don't know. I really should have checked just to really be sure, you know, because that would avoid, you could skip one trip to the future, if you can. You know, this trip right here would be pointless if you could get the clone first, but again, I was not sure, so I just I came in here first to check. the party that you take, again, you know, can be anybody. I've said it a bunch of times. You'll do just fine with any party that you take. I got my sorry, excuse me. I've got my twin charm set up, and then frog, so very, very heavy on the water spells. Frog and Ayla have a really nice group heal, as well as Frog and Marl. There's plenty of good healing in this group, that's for sure. As far as offense, not too bad either. Cube toss is pretty fantastic, and I think it's drop kick, the Ayla and Frog combo. That one's really nice too. Does some pretty respectable damage. So this is the combo that I went with, and I kind of just cruised around and grabbed treasures, you know, to kind of prepare for Death Peak, I guess. I don't know. There's not everything is necessary, but here I just swapped in Luca to stop at her house. Taban will have a helmet for her and a piece of armor. Can't remember if it's the Taban suit or the Taban vest. There, it's the suit. Okay. And then there's the helmet. Oh, I am not sure if I could have come here earlier and grabbed one of those pieces of armor, or if at this point in the game he gives you both, because there was a vest earlier, you know, that you can grab from Taban, well, pretty much right away for Luca. But again, I don't know if those last two items come, like, you can get them at the same time. I don't know if you can get one earlier than the other. I'm just not sure. I typically don't use Luca. I mean, really at all. I did a little bit on this playthrough, but once I get Ayla in my party permanently, Luca loses her spot. So I prefer Ayla. Alright, so Chrono's mom is upstairs. Let's see, it's a little strange. Is Chrono okay? And Marl doesn't actually really tell the truth there. I'm guessing she just wanted to spare Chrono's mom's feelings. Alright, so he grabbed the clone, and yeah, I think I grabbed the clone because I was already in this time period. I don't know if I took it right to the future or not. No, I did not. Okay, so I think this is where I started upgrading the vests. I think that's what I did here. Oh, I stopped first because I remembered that I had missed a tab in Magus's castle when I beat Flea, and I don't think there's a way back in. I think once Magus's castle, or once Magus summons Lavos, I don't think there's a way back into his castle. I could be wrong. You know, there may have been another time where I could have come back, but you know, I think I missed that for good. But anyways, there's a chest in here, and I really messed up on these these battles. I could have really saved myself some time if I would have been able to avoid this one. But this battle, I believe, triggers two more that I don't know if they're avoidable or not. But I just didn't do a good job of avoiding them at all. Obviously by this point in the game these enemies are trivial, but it was more of a time thing. I wish I would have just, you know, got by those and not had to waste time with these, because, you know, the amount of tech points and stuff that you get from these is so minuscule in comparison to what you could be getting now. But, you know, not the end of the world. Again, just a little bit of extra time that I didn't want to put in here. I think I tried running away just to see if I could get lucky and sneak out before I was able to use the skill, but that did not happen, so I just crushed him down with the ice. It's 2, that is. 10 tech points? I guess that's not, that's not too bad. It's something, I guess. Alrighty. So yeah, again, I mean, this video, not a whole lot of actual story, I think, goes on. I don't know if I actually made it to the end of Death Peak or if I even started on it or not, but it was mostly, I'm pretty sure this one was mostly treasure acquisition, I suppose you could call it. If I remember right. Again, no, this has already been, it's been a couple of weeks since I took this footage too, so I could be wrong. I don't remember if... Oh, okay. Not Tata's house. Yes. Alright, so the Elder's house is where the... I believe this is where the black vest and the white vest are at. You gotta be really careful with these chests. You don't want to be spamming the... just, mashing your accept button, because if you remove it in this time period, you lose it in the future. So it'll say the pendant has reacted, or something is reacting to the pendant, and you'll just not remove it. Make sure you don't, make sure you don't take out the contents, otherwise the piece of armor will be gone and you won't be able to get it in the future either. Take the item out? No, of course not. That would be foolish. I'm not sure if I knew about that the first time I played through the game. I want to say that I just kind of cruised around and grabbed all the chests and didn't really know that you could upgrade the items. So I haven't explained it yet, but I should. Now would be the good time to do it. What you want to do is there's more than 4. There's at least 6. There might be, but there's 7. I think I'm just gonna take a wild stab here and say that there's 7 chests in this time period, 600 AD, that can be upgraded. There are more chests in this time period, I believe, but there are 7 that, like I said, can be upgraded. So there's a base item that gets upgraded to a better version. So the ones that we're grabbing right now are like the red vest and like the red mail, I believe it's called. The red vest will absorb, almost all damage from like fire spells, we'll say, and the red mail will will absorb and restore HP to your party members whenever they get hit by a fire spell. So one just reduces the damage down to almost nothing, and then the other actually absorbs the damage and heals you, which is just fantastic for quite a few fights. So here we've got the Chancellor playing mind games with Marl, which is very reminiscent of another Chancellor who is very, very different. Alright, so there's the first item that I powered up, the red vest, powered up to the red mail. Grab the elixir there. I don't remember if I think I may have cruised around here in the castle a little bit extra, just to try to get, I didn't remember if I had explored this all completely or not. No, I didn't. It looks like I didn't, so kind of cruised around, and then I do remember I missed there's a treasure chest in the king's room. I believe this is Marl's room. Yeah, she's got a mega elixir in there. And then I had to go back to the king's room and back up all the flights of stairs so that I could get the item out of his room because I forgot it. But anyways, okay, so here's an example. The red vest absorbs 50% of fire damage, but the red mail absorbs fire damage. So I guess, if a fire spell was going to hit you for 200, if you've got the red vest on, it will only hit you for 100. And if you've got the red mail on, it will restore 200 of your health instead. So, again, the mail is very, very useful, especially in certain fights. Now, when you get to the New Game Plus, you can do some crazy stuff. You can have all of your characters equipped with, like, if this is like your second play, we'll say it's your second playthrough. If you have red vests on all your characters and an enemy is going to be using fire spells, they'll just heal you the whole time. So there's some pretty cool applications for this stuff. I was looking for the guy that sells the jerky, and that was not the guy. The jerky is for another side quest, which, the Sunstone side quest specifically, which we will get to. I don't think it's this video. I think it's gonna end up being the next one, if I remember right. But yeah, we're getting towards the end of the game here, where it's really just going to be getting Chrono back and side quests, and then it'll be into the Black Omen. And here is where the jerky is at. I am almost 100% sure. Got the best beef jerky in town. Boy, that better be good for that price tag. That seems like a lot. And then I'm trying to think of why I came in here. Oh, yes. I forgot there are 2 chests in here. But they're upstairs. Alrighty, so you got the white vest powered up and the black vest powered up. And wow, I missed that treasure chest. I think I am getting blind in my old age. No, didn't even notice that. It's funny how many things I've noticed though, when I'm watching my footage, as opposed to actually doing it. But you know, I guess what they say, the hindsight's 20/20. I suppose I'm probably looking for details now as opposed to, you know, getting the bulk of the work done. And here I'm not real sure why I came in here. I think I was expecting that roadblock to be gone, and I don't think it ever actually does go away. Here I make a detour to the future for basically no reason. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was forgetting that I could have just gone to the end of time instead. Because I think I was going to... There's a treasure chest behind that roadblock, but the only way to get there is to go through the time gate from the end of time. So yeah, so a little brain fart, although I hate that term. I was not thinking it through. What do you know? Guardia Forest. Wow, 1000 AD. There we go. It's kind of rare that I guessed the right pillar on the first try. Maybe that was just because it was the one closest to me. Who knows? Alright. So here you get to collect. What is this here? A power ring. Which I will probably never equip. There's actually a lot of these treasure chests that I just won't even... I'll never use this stuff. For whatever reason. I tend to stick with certain accessories and then I never change in here. I don't know. I think I was looking for something that wasn't there. I'm a big fan of the gold studs. Especially towards the end of the game. I'll be spamming final kick just over and over and over in boss fights and stuff, so it's a great accessory to have. The rage band becomes, I don't know if I'd say less useful, but I find the MP reduction cost on gold studs they usually outweigh benefits from rage band, and that statement may not even be true. I mean, when it boils right down to it, when you've got an 80% crit or 80% counterattack rate and like a, I don't know, I think the rainbow's got like an Chrono's best weapon. It's got like a, I almost want to say it's an 80% crit rate, you know. So it's almost every counterattack, even you're critting, and I don't know. I almost wonder if that's just not the way to go, you know. I guess it'd boil more down to what attacks Chrono can counterattack, because I don't know if he can counterattack everything. I'm not sure. But the frenzy, I think the rage band is what I have now, and the frenzy band is the next. That's the upgraded. That's the 80% counterattack, because I'm pretty sure I only have the 50% right here. I think I gave, yeah. Try to speed up Marl. I think she's the fastest one in the party now. At a speed of 14. I believe everybody's speed caps out at 16. So she's only got a couple more to go, and she'll be there. And that's the speed of 16 combined with haste is just so fast. It's almost difficult to be efficient with your turns when your characters are that fast. So this time, since we've already upgraded the red vest and we've got the red mail, when it asks if you want to take out the contents, you just say yes. Yeah. Well, excuse me. I keep saying that I need to stop, doing these videos at 2, 3 in the morning, but that's just, it doesn't seem to be happening. It seems like, it's kind of my last thing to do before I go to bed. I like to, I like to feel like I get, I don't know, it doesn't happen every night, but, I typically get a little far behind on these videos. And then, well, I'm always behind. I shouldn't say I typically get behind. I'm always like 2 or 3 videos behind. But, it's kind of a thing that, I'm kind of starting to wind down and playing some of my other games, and it's just kind of a nice thing to do before bed. Kind of gets me tired, gets me sleepy, puts me right out like a box of wine. A Chappelle Show reference for any of you Chappelle Show fans. So you could make 1,000 gold or G's or whatever they call them in this game if you sell the item to this lady, but oofta, sorry, excuse me. But you want to give her the jerky instead. And that is for, again, that's for the Sunstone quest. It's kind of neat how you see, by giving the jerky to the ancestor, she says that she's going to teach her family the value of sharing, and it pays off when you come back in 1000 AD. It's interesting. When the game starts out, the mayor in 1000 of, now I'm not gonna remember the name of that village. I want to say Pori or Por. I'm not sure. But he's like, I'm so rich that whatever, he'll pay you to act like a chicken or something like that. It's pretty funny, and his kids despise him. I just assume he's like selfish, and only cares about money. I think that was his deal. And then you give the ancestor the jerky for free, and she says, hey, I'm gonna teach my kids about sharing. Which changes the guy. So anyways, this is the sealed treasure. I don't know what to call this. The sealed treasure pyramid. So Balthazar sealed these treasures, and you can only pick one. It looks like I picked the safe helmet. The weapon on the right is the swallow, and I don't think that weapon is at all worth it. The safe helm reduces physical damage by 1/3, and already has pretty decent stats, especially for your first playthrough. And the swallow just gets no use. It's fast. I want to say that it adds like 3 to Chrono's speed rating, but he's already really, really fast, and I think you can cap out his speed in the first play. I mean, obviously, I could have capped out his speed if I would have used my speed tabs on him, but I've actually been trying to even out some other characters, so, but even that being said, he gets his upgrade so fast. I mean, I did the side quest almost right away, that, again, I think the swallow is just not worth it at all. It just gets, it's an inferior weapon when it comes right down to it. So, anyways, long story short, I went with the safe helm, and if you really want that swallow for Chrono, then go right ahead. I think normally what I do is I'll pick the Swallow, maybe my second or third New Game Plus, just so that I can have it, just to have it in my inventory. But, for second playthrough, well, definitely not the first. That would not be what I would go with. Just again, because I wouldn't be, or don't plan on using it anyway. So here's the wall ring in the Hecarim Cave. And looks like there's something else in here, and the dash ring. Those are 2 more accessories that I typically do not use. I think I actually did go to the inventory to check out what they did. Magic defense plus 10, and then what's it, the dash ring? What's the dash ring? Speed plus 3. So dash ring, may not be bad for a couple of characters. Robo comes to mind because that guy is like a turtle. But again, for the main characters that I take with me, that would not get used at all. Neither would the wall ring. 10 plus 10 magic defense. There's nothing really in comparison to my more favorite accessories. The gold stud comes to mind again. I just, taking 75% MP cost off of, we'll say, Luminaire. When you change Luminaire from a 20 MP cost down to a 5, that's too good for me to pass up usually. I may give the Fury Band a little more playtime in this playthrough, just to really see how it pans out. But typically that is not. Typically, I would just go with 3 gold studs whenever I can get them. I believe the Black Omen is where you can steal a couple of them. A couple more. I've already got the one. And here I came to Liruba Village to talk to this new. I believe he's got the Blue Rock, which is a triple tech. I believe. I guess we're gonna find out. Oh, and he'll rename the character in your first position. Silver Rock. I was a little far off on that one. The Silver Rock is Spin Strike for Ayla, Frog, and Robo. Again, not a very common team for me to use. I actually don't use the rocks or any of the items that give you triple techs. I never felt that they were really good enough to merit use. But anyways, I came to the trading hut, and I was short on some items, so I think that's what I did in the next video. I just went to the hunting range and grabbed some. But anyways, that is going to bring this video to a close. Hope you liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But I hope you join me for the next one, which I believe should be part 21. Alright, thanks for watching.